Hey, hey, hey. All right. Have you felt a little off lately? That's what I want to speak into today. Going through direct messages, I'm seeing a big theme of people feeling super off, saying things like, I just don't know where my motivation went. I'm feeling out of sorts. I feel off. I don't know what's going on. And that's what I want to talk into today. So thanks for joining me live. I'm on Facebook and Instagram here. So excuse the eye contact back and forth. I want to make sure I'm looking at both of you. I'm going to be talking today about some simple steps that you can implement right now to change your whole mood, to reset your energy, your focus, your mood. You're not going to want to miss this today. If you think this is relevant for friends, coworkers, somebody in your family, please share this. Let them know that we're on live. And before I even fully start, hi Jada, hi Damon, hi Diane. Let me know that you're on. Say hi. Let me know your name. And tell me where you're from so I can see that. And one thing I always love to know is your age. Because if you guys don't know this about me, I'm 48 and I love talking about age because we're never too old. We're never too late. It's never too late. And I want to know who I'm talking to here. So let me know that you're on. Hi, Landa. Hi, Robin. Hi, Abby. How are you? I haven't seen you in a lot. Hi, Shania. We're going to dive in and talk about this today. This is a common theme. I'm seeing a lot of, I feel off. I just feel off. So if that's you, tell me, are you feeling off? Say, I'm feeling off. Or maybe you're not. Tell me that too. But this is a big theme. Many of you that have been DMing me, we've had these conversations. And I think I know what's going on. So I want to shed some light on a lot of this. So let's see. Hi, Ida. Hi, Ivy. Hi, Leah. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching the replay, let me know that as well. Say replay so I can circle back and know that I didn't miss anyone. Hi, Alessia, 44. Myra, 38. Jennifer, 46. Awesome. Almost 46. I always say, hey, from Georgia. Mary, Michelle. Yes, feeling off. Yeah, a lot of people feeling off. Ida, super off. See? A lot of us feeling that way. That's what I want to talk. This is an important conversation today. So off, Ivy. See, so many of you saying, feel so off. I feel off. Okay, so what's going on? Obviously, a lot of changes in our world right now, right? A lot of changes in our world. Things that we never would have imagined last year would be happening right now. How many of you thought 2019 was kind of crazy? 2020 is a whole nother level. There's a lot being thrown at us, a lot of change happening, a lot going on, a lot that we have to navigate. And I was really thinking through this the other day. I cannot remember another time in my 48 years where people were so divided on very specific topics. There's very specific topics happening. You know, normally on any given day in any other year, people have things that they're fighting for, strong opinions, people they want to stand up for, their own causes, their own agendas. But right now, there's some very specific things dividing a lot of people. And I'm not going to get into my opinions on them, by the way, and I don't even want to know yours on these, but I'm just going to throw some of them out there. Like mask wearing or not wearing. A lot of shaming either direction on that, right? A lot of that. A lot of thoughts about the virus, what people believe, what they don't believe. A lot of thoughts about politics. A lot going on with civil rights right now. A lot of opinions. A lot of people fighting. A lot of us changing our mood about our friends and what we thought we knew, right? A lot of times we used to scroll on social media for connection, and now we find ourselves scrolling and getting defensive or triggered. Can you relate? Or you see something from someone you thought was a friend that has a very different opinion from you, and it sets you off in a very different mood and it triggers you. Can you relate to that? It's a very common thing, and it seems to be the topics of conversation with everyone. So here's what happens when there are when you feel anxious, when you feel off, when you feel sad. Typically what's going on is you are stuck in a past belief and you're stuck in a current circumstance, okay? Whenever you're thinking about a past belief or a current circumstance, we have a tendency to feel anxious or off. And if you add people not agreeing with you or seeing a different thing or dictating at you, that can create a lot of high-level stress, So right now, more than ever, right now, what I want to speak into about feeling off is the things that we get to do to start controlling and changing our subconscious, to start reprogramming our thoughts so we can start having a different outcome. Sound good? Okay, and I just realized I didn't even introduce myself. So for those of you new to my page, if you're new to my page, I'm Natalie Jill, and I kill fat for a living. And I say that because it's not just the fat on our bodies, it's also what I call false assumed truths. And these are beliefs that hold us back from achieving big goals. And this is super relevant right now, and that's why I wanted to jump on and talk about this. So what happens when we're feeling anxious, sad, depressed, triggered, all those things? What happens when we feel that way is we start feeling really, really stuck, and we tend to not want to focus on our actual goals because we feel very stuck in this weird place of sadness. And to be really fully authentic here, I found myself starting to feel this way too. And that's why I had to take a step back and look and see what's going on. I'm getting messages of people feeling this way. I'm feeling this way. What is going on? And I came up with some things I want to really share with you today that I think can really shift this, okay? And before I get into that list, I want you to recognize and know that you can completely have a different mood, result, and outcome by changing just two things in your life. Okay, by changing two things in your life, you can totally change your mood, your outcome, your daily energy, all of it. You know what those things are? Number one, your thoughts. You change your thoughts, you can change your whole life. Number two, you change your actions. If you change your thoughts and your actions, you can literally become an entirely different person. Now, if you rewind several months back, take it back to January, we had a lot of thoughts and actions controlled for us, okay? We weren't even using a lot of our own thoughts. You would flip on the news or social media or run into a friend and they were downloading all of their opinions and thoughts. So we were getting forced into changing our thoughts about a lot of things, right? We also were forced to change our actions into a lot of things. A lot of it for good reason, right? A lot of things are new to us. Mask, social distancing, home quarantine, a lot of things happening that force us to change our actions. So we mess with thoughts and actions, which is really scary because when you change your thoughts and actions, you become a whole different person. So the reason I want to do this today is I want to get you in a mind frame of being able to get back control, get that motivation back, get that energy up again, get your confidence going in the right direction, and to start liking your friends again. Doesn't that sound good? Does that sound good? All right, so what do we need to do to get there? What do we need to do? Number one, we've got to start reprogramming our subconscious. So how do we do that? We have to start controlling what we're taking in. This is critical. You're not going to like this, a lot of you, but this is critical. Now, while I do think it's very important to be aware of what's going on in the world and to have your dose of news, we get to get really conscious about where we're getting that from, okay? What sources are you going to for your information, and how are you feeling when you're getting that? And I want you to really pay attention to that. How am I feeling when I'm getting that? For instance, if you have a favorite news outlet you go to, and when you are watching that, you're feeling super anxious or triggered or depressed or scared, I want you to notice that. Notice that, because that's something external that you've now turned on and let into your life that's changing all of your feelings, okay? So while it's important to get information, pay attention to where you're getting it from. Where are you getting it from? Because you don't have to get all of your news from TV or from social media or from a certain outlet. You can pick and choose. Now, one thing to notice is when you read something, there is no tone. So reading something might have a different reaction than turning on and listening to somebody with an opinion, okay? So something really important to pay attention to. Now, what's more dangerous sometimes in media and news, I have a lot of people that will say, oh, I don't watch the news. A few of you commented and said, I turned off the news years ago, or I don't watch the news. But you're scrolling social media, and sometimes that's almost worse, right? Because when you scroll social media, what do you see? A lot of times you'll see people sharing their opinions now about the news. And how does that make you feel? So I want you to notice that. When you scroll social media and you see people that you thought you were friends with sharing a blog or an article or a news outlet that you weren't expecting to see, what does that do to your anxiety level? What does that do to your habits? What does that do to your mood? What does that do? I want you to pay attention to that. Now, as addictive as watching the news or media or social media can be, because we used to turn there for connection and to feel part of things, I want you to start really pay attention to the mood it's putting you in. Because that's the beginning of controlling the thoughts and the actions that are coming into you. Okay? There's ways to get your information without being glued to social media and the news. Really important. If you don't believe me, I just want you to do an experiment for a day and be off of it. Just one day and see how that changes you. Okay, so number one is I'm going to say, pay attention to how news and social media is affecting you. Number two, pay attention to how friends and other people's opinions are affecting you. Okay? I know that this is a common theme right now where we're getting triggered by friends. I'll see really extreme posts like, if you are voting for so-and-so, just unfriend me now. Or if you are anti-mask, or if you're for a mask, unfriend me now. Like, come on, y'all. Is that really what humanity is about? Is this really about connection and helping people? Pay attention to what's happening there. Pay attention to those conversations, because are they really necessary? Is that judgment really necessary? Judging others for what they're doing or taking on their opinions about you. You can avoid a lot of that by controlling what you're taking in. Being mindful, not just randomly scrolling social media. Paying attention to who you're following, who you're subscribed to, what friends are saying to you. You can absolutely tell a friend that a certain topic is off limits. You don't want to talk about it. I guarantee every single one of you listening to this, if you have all your friends sitting with you, you're not all agreeing on the same things, right? So get away from those topics and talk about things that you do have common ground with. So pay attention to those things. The next thing I want you to pay attention to is connections. Connecting with others is very, very important. It's great for our soul. It's great for our energy. It's great for our mood when you connect with like-minded people. However, this gets very dangerous when there's a lot of stuff happening in the world and we've got strong opinions, because that connection, if it's about making people wrong or judgment or fear, that is dangerous. So what else could you connect with people that are off those topics? Think about that. Because your conversation with a friend about fear or why somebody else is wrong is not changing the world. And it's probably putting you in a different mood that's not productive. So paying really strong attention to who am I connecting with? Can you connect with others about fitness goals? Can you connect with others about personal development? Can you connect with others about something funny? About a hobby? About giving back? About helping others? What else can you connect with others about other than calling a friend and saying, can you believe so-and-so has this, will not wear a mask, or so-and-so is doing this? That's not connection. But connecting on a deeper level about more meaningful things. Okay, that's important. And finding a like-minded group to do that. The next one, this is a big one. You can always decide where to put your focus. So I did a post about this yesterday and a lot of you messaged me and chimed in on it, which is great. But you are not your current circumstances. Like whatever you're dealing with right now, you're not your current circumstance. You're also not the current fear in the world. You're not the current history, or you're not the current stories that you're holding on to. What you are fully is wherever you decide to put your focus on. So you can control right now where you want to put your energy and focus, and that changes a lot for you. It changes a lot for you. You can choose to spend the majority of your day scrolling social media, arguing with people, watching the news, living in fear, being anxious. That's a choice. It might be habit, but it's a choice. Or you can choose to focus someplace different, on honing a skill, on getting in the best shape of your life, on improving your personal development, learning a new language, whatever. You can choose to put your focus someplace else. It's always a choice. It's always a choice. But staying stuck in the gossip and in whatever's being thrown at you is not going to get you out of that mood. Okay? All right, the next thing. Now, some of you won't agree with me here, but I'm going to take a stand for this. Self-care. Hugely important. When you feel good about yourself, about your health, about your weight, about your nutrition, about your body, about your physical state, when you feel good about yourself, when you feel rested, well-fed, slept, like you had a good night's sleep, When you feel all those things, you come at everybody else in a very different way. You're more helpful to people, you're more loving, you're more fun, you're in a better mood, you have more energy, you're more productive, all of those things. So to think that you should not put self-care at the top of that list is not good thinking, y'all. Because you're not doing anyone any favors by not paying attention to self-care and getting caught up in drama and fear and anxiety and everybody else's needs. That doesn't put you in a good state. But when you can take some time to put yourself first, take that time to do that. You show up better for everyone. For everyone. Think about it. Even think of a friend that's triggered you recently. Like someone, maybe you saw them on social media or you ran into them and they said something you didn't like. Okay? How did you react to them? And how would you have reacted to them if you had had a morning to yourself where you had a nice walk and you were well fed and you felt great? You show up very different to people when you've taken great care of yourself. Okay, so that's really important. And I wanted to say this because there's a lot of conversation right now, a lot of judgment, a lot of people speaking into, you know, you shouldn't take care of yourself and there's just too many other things to deal with right now. And I'm going to interrupt that thinking because that does not put your best foot forward. That does not make you a strong individual. It does not make you somebody that can come at things with solutions. So self-care is critical. Critical. Anyways, that's what I wanted to jump on. That was my rant for today. I had to share all of this. I want to take any questions that you have and please let me know, was this helpful today? And since you guys are on still, I'm going to let you know a little secret I wasn't going to tell you for a few more days. First of all, I'm going to do some more of these lives in the next, I'm committed to them because I really want to interrupt this conversation people are having of getting sucked into fear and anxiety and negativity and doomsday. I really want to interrupt that and I really want to support you in getting your energy back and getting your focus and your mood and getting out of that funk. So I'm totally going to be coming live a lot more in the next week or so. But I also want to let you know something I did not think I'd be saying last year, but I am bringing back, for those of you that remember, my Full Body Reset Live. And for those of you that don't know what that is, it's a 6-week deep dive program where we go deep into your self-care, where I get you in the best possible mindset, the best state. I get your nutrition completely dialed in, so we release that weight. I get your energy up. I get you moving your body, so we're pain-free, all the things. And I do this directly live with you through daily videos, weekly Zoom calls where I'm answering all of your questions, and a private Facebook group. And I'm starting that the second week in July. Yes, yes, yes. And I see a lot of you are already in. If you are interested in that, I'm going to put the link down here in the threads. Or you can always send me a direct message as well. Totally send me a direct message as well. But know that you can go to the letters FBRlive.com, FBRlive.com. And if you want to take your self-care up to another level and you want to totally get everything going in the right direction, definitely join us for this because it's starting the second week in July and I'm going to hold you all right through this. Failure is not an option. And if you've done my FBR Live before, you know many of you like to come back and do it again. You're welcome to. It's going to be epic. Hi, Michelle. I see you. Let's see. Okay, I want to answer any questions that we have. Hi, Jada. If I wasn't working 5 days a week building a business, I would be a basket case. I get that, Jada. You're welcome, Tammy, for sharing. Let's see. Yay. FBR Live. I love it. Okay, we're putting the link in there. Hey, Michelle. I see you there. Hello, hello. Hi, Colleen. Hi. Oh, I know a lot of you saying you miss me. You guys, I'm sorry I have not been live in a long time. I'll own that. I was caught up in my own stories, but I'm back and I'm committed to helping many of you shift through this and doing live. So let me know what you want me to talk on. I'm going to come back and do a lot more of it. All right, y'all. See you soon. Bye.